In today's lesson, you're going to learn how to slay Riff by Mighty Riff, the Druid by Sleep. What's going on? Welcome to Beholden to the Riff. My name is Jared, and thank you so much for checking out this video. Let's get right into it. We are in C standard tuning, so grab your axe, tune down, and let's do this. The bass comes in at 17 seconds, and we do this kind of lead-in riff. All the action's happening on the top two strings. Starts with a slide on the second string up to the 9th fret. Then we're going to be going 7 and 9 on the top string here. Here it is, nice and slow, just the first 4 measures. Second part of the riff starts with this really kind of quick phrase coming from the 7th fret on the first string and back and forth to the 9th fret on the second string. From there we go. Then we do a couple more of those quick things. Grace notes coming from 7th fret up to the 9th fret. Here's what we have so far. Starting with those quick kind of speed bursts here. The riff finishes with a couple more of those grace notes from 7 to 9 on the high string. Then the same notes that we use for the speed burst, we're just going to play it kind of a little bit slower. So it goes. Then we do this little walk down. Goes 7 and 8. Then we walk down 7 to 5. Here's that part. Here's that full intro phrase, nice and slow. Then we go to the main riff. That's going to be on the open low string and 7, 5, 7 on the third string. Then we kind of switch the timing. Then we go back to the first. First half of the riff finishes with the 7th fret on the second string, then 5th fret. Here's what we have so far. The second half of the riff starts exactly the same. It's just going to be the last measure finishes, instead of this 7-5 on the second string, we're going to go 5-6 on the low string. It's going to go like this. In that last measure of the first riff, we go into a measure of 5. It's going to be a half note on the 5th fret, half note on the 6th fret, and then an additional beat quarter note on the 7th fret. So it's so good. Really builds the anticipation for the following riff. The next riff uses a main theme basically in the first half every time we play it. The main theme starts on the 7th fret of the low string, then we're going to go 5-7 on the 3rd string with a little bend on 7. So we play this riff a few times, and each time is a different fill. So instead of going through all the fills, I'm just going to play through this section nice and slow, and you can follow along with the tab, download the tab for sure, but just so you can hear how it's kind of phrased. Really cool how they finish this off with a measure of 3. Just, I don't know, then the main riff kind of comes out of nowhere. It's so good. Before we get into the next riff, I would just like to take a moment to thank the Beholden to the Riff Patreon community. Your support means the world to me and really makes all these lessons happen. Thank you so much. Next riff comes in at 2 minutes, 16 seconds, and we are in a completely different feel. Gonna be on the 7th and 5th frets on the 3rd string, and then 5, 6, 7 on the 4th string. Here's the first measure. Second measure, we're gonna go up to the 7th and 5th frets on the 2nd string. Here's the first 2 measures put together. Next measure, we're gonna walk up the pentatonic scale and finishes with this really cool fill at the end. I'll play the next 2 measures. So it starts on the 7th fret, 3rd string, and we're going to walk up. We're going to go to the 5th fret. Then we shift 7, 8, 9. Then we go 7 on the high string. Then the fill is pull-offs from 9 to 7, and then goes to the 9th fret on the 2nd string. opted to go with middle finger doing all the work on the high string, first finger doing all the work on the second string. Then it walks right back down the scale. Most of this riff, just like before, is built around a main theme, and then he's gonna throw down the fills. So just like before, I'll play through most of this riff nice and slow so you can kind of see how some of these fills are played. So we jam this riff all the way through the guitar solo and almost till the end of the song. The song ends extra strong by going back into the main riff, and it even throws in one of the rock and roll endings. Just crazy fill at the end, drums going nuts. Just awesome ending. Since we already know these riffs, I'm going to throw on the song, jam along to it, and play us out. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you dug the lesson, I highly encourage you to subscribe, like the video. YouTube loves that stuff. They'll show it to more people who love sleep just like we do. Thanks again for checking out the video, and we'll see you in the next one.